We actually have watts for you today. That's something amazing. ABC, Traptrix. You know, I'm pretty impressed by these options. Make sure you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Golden original bamboo sword. Okay. We have Watt Kingdom, the Watt Train. You know, I think that this is kind of interesting just for the ideas that they're trying, but I just found it interesting that they're playing this just so you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls. So this technically turns into your Watt monster can attack directly, and you have a built-in board wipe on the original bamboo sword for this. You know, I'm impressed with the idea. It's not every day that you see, you know, the Watts actually doing anything out here. Actually, to be impressed with you, I'm surprised that this deck actually functioned and did anything. But to be honest with you, I mean, the only thing that this deck needs to do is board wipe the opponent with, you know, one of these cards, and then start establishing Watt cards. Like, unironically, the Kaijus are here to help you board wipe, and then after that, you know, you just roll in Watt cancel, and your opponent can't actually do anything. So fundamentally, you have a lot of options available to you here for a deck like this to be able to kind of overcome a lot of this craziness. Also, I mean, don't underestimate the Watt monsters, the utility options that you actually do have in your extra deck. Like, they're here to assist you to make sure you can do your thing. Oh man, we're also playing some Summer Summoner. You know, talk about the little things that you can do with this deck. But outside of that, I mean, what are you supposed to do when you're faced with the craziness that I feel like this deck is just able to do? I did read a few comments from people going, no messenger piece, you know, none of these other utility options to kind of help this deck out. I don't really, I understand these cards help out, but those didn't actually need them. So, okay. What else we got back here? We have ABC, easy as 1, 2, and 3. Now, we are on a 2-3-2 split of this. I've seen, man, your ABC innovations, they've been very far and in between at this point. To be honest with you, you don't see a lot of people out here trying to break the formula with this deck at the moment because it's a little bit hard to kind of figure out which ways you want to go about, you know, things with the deck. The tuning options with the Revolution Synchron, I think, are a huge help because being able to hit the Ancient Fairy Dragon on the free, you know, access point here, and then climb on up into Mr. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon Negation Monster Machine 5000. It amazes me that people forget, like, how good this is. Like, this is just, hey, any 2 monsters, free field spell switch, and then a free monster negate on Crystal Wing. Like, that's actually pretty insane for this deck. Plus, you know, ABC Dragon Turd with the ability to split apart is always going to be pretty good. You've also got your hand trap coverage in here with this, and you're also one of the few decks in the room that can actually rely on skill drain to be able to do something because, you know, ABC Dragon Buster, chain secondary effects, split apart. Hey, look, my Dragon Buster's now successfully able to resolve because it's no longer on the field. That's how you dodge the, you know, the power of this. I also love the fact you're never going to get to 3 Dragon Buster anymore. All of these lists all pretty much agree. You're just going to go ahead and roll the 2 and kind of call it a day. You know, it's, in theory, it's cool that you could try out more options along the way, but we're not going to. Also, hey, look, it's the best card in the meta right now. Being able to say no to any of the detrimental effects of the meta. Okay. Outside of that, once again, ABC has not changed much. The deck's main power plays still pretty much remain the same, I feel like. Hey, Traptrix. Now, I do want to say here, where have you been? Traptrix have been so quiet as of late. Like, it has taken people forever to refigure this deck. I remember, I mean, this was the Walmart special for so long in the format. You're able to go out to Walmart, buy 3 structure decks, and you could successfully play this game. That's not really the case anymore now that times have changed out here, but I do think that it's very important that you do see, hey, you know, Evenly Matched is still a card that allows us to do the thing. You know, Grave of the Super Ancient Organism here is crazy good for that Kashtira matchup. Let's call it what it is. We're all frustrated and blue-balled by Fenrir and Unicorn running the rogue decks out of the competition, actually. Though, kudos to the Kashtira players for still getting a chance to play the game. Also, you know, you have the old fundamentals in here. You want to Torrential Tribute an entire Fire King board and watch the stack of, like, 10 chainables? Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. But this card's still good. This card's also still good. Yeah. I actually find it funny right now. Like, this trap board, or the trap build for this deck, is definitely adapted to be able to handle the meta. You know, you want to see the shifts around here to be able to handle things. And also, this card right here, Prohibition, has been a stupid good card for this format. Being able to basically block out any sort of issue card that's going to come up, this thing is fundamentally fantastic. Also, the original board wipes like Dark-Hole Regeki, you know, Interrupted Kaiju Slumber, all these sorts of things, they are really strong right now. Even though they might not look it, being able to clear off these simple boards, you know, and put yourself into a much better position is actually kind of impressively strong right now. So don't underestimate the value in just a simple board wipe. Hi. Somebody actually said, hey, we're going to play Solid out here, you know. We finally got, I mean, honestly, this deck is not going to have the chance to be on the success rate that the OCG build was, simply because they have Kaiser Coliseum. Kaiser Coliseum allows this stupid deck to wheel a monster on over to the opponent's field, and then you're just like, oh, hey, man, you know, I'm really sorry about this, but Kaiser Coliseum, you know, big, scary, raging Phoenix guy, you know, you really can't play the game anymore. So Solid has kind of had to find a way to try to tech its way out here and try to find new options. Now, this build is playing the MP Meow Mine. This is your little free extender for the deck for, you know, your link climbing capabilities. You thought Sprite was going to be the only one to do this. Yeah, this card says Cyverse on it, so you get some little free extension nuggies along the way. You know, you got to greatly appreciate this. Also, this build is playing double copies of Will. I'm glad to see that we've got some middle ground here for what we want. Deck's not playing Pod Desires. I still think Pod Desires is one of those cards that you should be looking at in a deck like this to be able to take advantage of the free value that you get off, you know, your resources. It's only one on the field spell. Gotta love it. We have double Pankratops. Okay, hi guy, I'm glad to see you here. And of course, in real meta fashion out here, you know, Summon Limit. This card does so much more for decks like this than it really should, because, you know, you just go through your entire full combo and then you're like, oh, hey, you know, I have the Summon Limit set up now. You know, you can detour with a Promethean Princess pop as well. I think that's also something important, is like Summon Limit combined with Promethean Princess is very problematic. Most of your decks in the meta aren't going to have any real chance to, you know, especially if they're going up on the second summon to try to out something. Not happening. What else we got back here? We have Pure Snake Eyes, actually sporting off the Magician's Soul. Now, for those of you that have not paid much attention, yes, Diabellstar is in fact a spellcaster monster. Your stupid little Magician Souls can feed off of all these little stupid extra cards that you draw along the way that, you know, you've already maybe done the purpose for. Or, you know, you've already rolled up Divine Temple for the turn, or, you know, you've crystallized Pobbler. Now that we've crystal Pobbler, okay, well, now we can Magician Souls it off the field and turn it into an additional little resource for this deck. Magician Souls is not like the first real crazy thing that people consider. Also, you want to know a super secret play in this deck? What if we Magician Souls down the Diabellstar and then we bring her back with the power of Monster Reborn? Well, that's just crazy, you know? You're able to capitalize on this crazy value. Yes, these decks are actually taking advantage of Monster Reborn right now. We've seen this in so many decks. Monster Reborn is so insanely strong in this deck. I can only imagine a world where if we had multiples of this, you know, so crazy. But yeah, this is Pure Snake Eyes taking advantage of your Magician Souls. Basically, deck is just full combo gas turbo. And you can also thank this card for allowing a lot of these stupid plays to actually happen. Hey, this card says draw a card. That's pretty insane. So what do you guys think about these decks? To be honest with you, I'm fairly impressed by the amount of, we're going to say diversity present, even though, you know, you got a lot of the top-end meta still being here. So leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace. Patrons, Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.